What is up, guys? Hopefully everybody can hear me. This is our first BitSquad crypto chat since I got my new computer, so I want to make sure that everything is working correctly. So I'm going to pull up the chat. You know, I've been having some problems. With my phone internet, so hopefully I'll be able to keep up with the chat. So let's see. Yeah, I can hear myself. There's not even that much of a delay. So what is up, guys? Unsophisticated crypto investor, Lior Tushar. Good to see you guys. Glad you guys are here. I went to the gym a little bit ago. All right, took a shower. I got white chocolate peppermint bark protein, so it's really good. I highly suggest it. What's up, Rogier? Eduardo, good to see you. So, guys, we got to do our contest. We got to do our contest announcement. Let me see here. Let me make sure I can get that pulled up with no problems. We're going to do that for, what was the last? I've given out so many tokens. I don't remember. What was the last thing I gave out? Does anybody remember? Was it the Litecoin? Did I already give out the Litecoin? I think I already gave that out. What's up? Peter Pan moments. What's going on? What's going on, Jack? What's Peter Pan? Michael, what is up? Was it the Litecoin? I guess it was. Let me double check real quick just to make sure. No, I think that was it. I think, it was, you had to go for the... How to go like my podcast or follow it on SoundCloud. Yeah, that was it. Let me just double check to be 100% sure here. Uh-oh. Watch my own video. Get me a view there. Yeah, it's Litecoin. So we're going to be giving away a Litecoin here in just a little bit. Now, listen, for today's contest, we'll talk about that in just a minute. But you guys will have to... Chlamydia? What's going on with that? You guys will have to come back and do the comment after this video post. So if you guys don't know exactly how the live streams work, basically when somebody live streams live on YouTube, it's live and you catch it live. You can't start it over while it's streaming. And then after the stream is over, it takes anywhere between, 10 minutes to an hour, depending on how long the stream was, for it to get posted. So for today's contest that we'll get into in just a minute, you guys will have to come back and make a comment because there's really not a good way for me to pick them if we're doing the live chat and the comments and things like that. Plus, it gives people motivation to come back and watch the video later. So, I guess, are you guys ready? Should we go ahead and pick the Litecoin winner right now? I guess let's go ahead and do it. They can catch it later if they want. So, okay, here we go. We are going to pick the Litecoin winner. Oh, got to go to the old video manager. Oh, you guys see how much I made, $84 over the last month. How about that? I'm going to try not to spend it all in one place. That's like 4 Litecoins, guys. Well, I don't know. Maybe now it's just 3. But let's see here. Let's pick a winner. So the winner for our last contest, we had Helder here talking about XRP, but he did not leave his SoundCloud username. John Constantine, true BitSquad through and through. I think he had 2 or 3 comments on here. Credit is very important these days. I'm dead. I don't know if you guys caught that last night that I said. Captain Obvious, you are an idiot. Unsub by. I think that was because he maybe thought that, I was saying that I believe XRP was going to be the one world currency, which you guys watched the video. I said I do not think that, but that does seem to be a route that, maybe they're trying to go. Here we go. Natalie Green. Okay, so she left her Litecoin address. So, Natalie, you are the winner. I'm going to go ahead and copy that so I don't have to come back later and do it. Let's see. Online Notepad. No fees, no login required right there. Okay, so I'll put that down right there, and that is Natalie Green. Congratulations, Natalie. You won a Litecoin. I actually saw that comment earlier. So that was pretty cool. So congratulations on that. And, man, you guys make sure you guys are putting your addresses down when we're doing these contests. And instead of making multiple comments, maybe you just want to make one comment and include that in there. So we've got 6 more days left. So for today's contest, I'm going to be giving away 3 Binance coins. So 3 Binance coins I'm giving away to the winner of this contest. This one's very easy. All you have to do is go to Twitter. So a lot of these have been about me, obviously, and my accounts and things like that. But for some of the rest of the contests, I've got at least one more for me. But some of the rest of our contests are actually going to be me helping out other people. So Hodl Fuel is, and this is not sponsored. He doesn't know that I'm doing this. Hodl Fuel is the sponsor of my podcast, Beards and Bitcoins. He is one of the sponsors. And a big shout out to him because he's just such an awesome dude. He does sponsor our podcast, but he does so much good stuff in the space. He's going around visiting conferences. And the coffee is genuinely awesome. I've definitely have ordered it a couple of times, and it's really, really, really good. And I would encourage any of you guys to try it out. But for the contest, all you got to do, go to Twitter, follow Hodl Fuel. It's at HODLFUEL, as you guys can see right there. Follow him, and then comment your Binance address along with your Twitter username in the comments below. And of course, this will be after the live stream is over in the video post. So don't put it in the live chat. Make sure you guys do that, and you will be entered into the contest to win 3 Binance coins. So I've just been giving out stuff left and right, you know. Hope you guys have enjoyed this 12 days of Cryptomas. This has been pretty fun. We're on day number 6, I think, or 7, 6, something like that. So it's definitely been pretty fun to do this. I know we do contests a lot, but they're like month-long contests. So it's been kind of fun to just do, you know, basically a contest every single day. So AMZ letter to the SEC most interesting. And along since 3150. Where did you see 3150? Along since 3150, and if you take profit at 50K, that would be... So you think... but you are unsophisticated, but you think you picked the bottom is what you're basically saying here? That's a good question. Do you think you picked the exact bottom? Yeah, so I also don't know what the AMZ letter is. What is that? Amazon letter to the SEC? AMZ letter to the SEC? I don't know what that is. But what do you guys think about the markets today? Are you guys happy with where things are at? Do you guys think that this is a trap? Do you guys think that, you know, we're going to continue going up from here? Do you guys think we're going to go down? I want to hear your thoughts and your opinions on what you guys think is going on in the markets. And let me see here. I'm just not 100% sure that, let's see here. I'm not 100% sure that I'm getting the up-to-date chat here. So let me just glance here to make sure that I'm up to date on that, on the chat. Let's see. I am not. This is not the bottom. Think Tron will have a huge Q1. Let me do this. Let me pull this out. That's what she said. Let me minimize this. Huh, look at there. And now I can see the chat. Okay, let me pull up the other one. Okay, minimize this. Boom. Okay, I would like to be able to keep up with what's going on here. So I hope this isn't going to bother you guys that you can see my head here at the top. Oh, there we go. Now you don't even have to see my head. So, okay, Subway or Jimmy John's? Okay, I got to go with Subway on this one. I didn't like the way they handled the whole Jared incident, but he did get beat pretty good in jail. But Jimmy John's is not my favorite. So, big swings coming. That's, oh, Hampton's Crypto Group. What's up, guys? Or dude, appreciate you being in here. Yeah, I don't know about the swings. Do we think we're about to see some massive swings? I know last night, if you guys watched my XRP video, that basically what I said is a lot of TA people were saying that one way or the other, a breakout was imminent. Whether it was a breakdown or a break up was anyone's guess. We had people on both sides, you know, saying, you know, they were positive or they were negative. But it seemed like all of the people that were saying that was the bottom and that we were going to go back up, they meant it in a temporary sense. They didn't necessarily mean it in a, they didn't mean it in a permanent sense, like that we're going to permanently go up. And I'll tell you guys what I'm pretty concerned with right now when it comes to the markets. Peppermint, white chocolate peppermint bark, really good protein. But what I'm really nervous about is the ETF stuff, because the longer that that's been going on, the more imminent. It looks like that is going to get rejected. And so any momentum we get right now and we start heading up, like we're not going to moon overnight right now, guys. There's no way. So any momentum that we get up, I think is probably going to be stifled on February 27th when we get that rejection of the ETF. And I wish it would have, let me rephrase this. I prefer there not to be an ETF. I prefer the institutional money to not be in crypto. However, if it is going to be here, I would have preferred that it got accepted several months ago instead of delaying it so long and people putting their hopes on it, because what's happened is over the last few months, we've seen more manipulation than we've ever seen. And this is building the stronger case for the ETF to get denied. So, Kobe speaking at Tron's conference will bring more attention to crypto. Let me tell you, Kobe is my dude. I love Kobe. He's my favorite basketball player of all time. I want to get out there to the Nitron. I think it's the same time as the BTC Miami conference. So I'm not 100% sure if I'll be able to go, but I'm very interested in going and hearing Kobe speak. And I emailed Nitron. That's the conference, Nitron, about getting a ticket. And they, they didn't respond to me. So I'm kind of sore about that. Like, do you guys not know? Have you not heard of Transgiving? Have you not heard about Justin Sun and I meeting every Thanksgiving or every Transgiving and having a Tronky? I hope you guys get that. Yeah, I agree, guys. I'm telling you, I have turned on Tron 100%. All you guys know this. I believe that Tron is going to be in the top 5 before very long. We're already seeing it move up the ranks. And if you've been watching Tron over the last several weeks, when Bitcoin has just been going straight down pretty much, it's gone up a couple times too, but Tron has stayed more stable than most other of the cryptos. Like if you look right here, if you look at Tron's chart, like let's pull it up. Let's actually look at this. And listen, I understand some of you guys are going to say, some of you guys are going to say that not trying to spread FUD, but rumor is substratum trading. Joe, that is not a rumor. That is absolutely true. We'll talk about that in just a second. They said it themselves. So if you look at Tron, right, this is when there was a big drop and then it went back up, the price of Bitcoin. This is the 3-month or the 1-month chart here. But if you look at the market cap has stayed almost a straight line across. And I think if you look at any of the other projects, you'll see that's not the case. And if you look at the dollar value, it too has been fairly stable compared to some of the others. But look at the Bitcoin. Look at the Bitcoin price. It's just moving up in Satoshis. And so a lot of people think that they don't like Tron. There's 2 reasons why people do not like Tron. I will give you the exact 2 reasons. If you don't like Tron, it's because of one of these 2 things. Number 1, I got to be careful which finger I put down first. This one. Number 1, you don't like Justin Sun. You don't like his marketing practices. You don't like that he says they have partnerships that aren't technically partnerships. You don't like the way he goes about his business. You don't like his live streams. There's something about Justin Sun that you cannot stand. And I totally get that. I understand why people feel that way. That's one reason. The second thing I hear more than anything is, oh, they're just a crap project because they plagiarized the white paper. Okay, so they plagiarized some of the white paper. I'm not going to actually do that whole video and talk about that situation. But at the end of the day, I do believe that there was part of that white paper at least that was plagiarized. However, that has nothing to do with where they are right now and where they're going. So we can look back at their history and say the way they started out was a little bit shady, but you can say that about Dash for 100%. You can say that about XRP. You can say that about almost anything. I'm not going to say almost anything, but there's a lot of projects out there that you can point to and say they started very shady, but some of them have turned into legitimate projects. So for that reason, that's why, or those are the 2 reasons. Neither one of those are a problem to me. Ever since they bought BitTorrent, that's when I really started to believe, yeah, I know, right? Mainstream thinks Bitcoin is shady. But ever since they bought BitTorrent, like, guys, you got to think about how big of a deal that is. They already have a huge user base, which Tron is going to do Project Atlas, where they're going to be advertising to the BitTorrent network. And then on top of that, what's the biggest problem in cryptocurrency? The biggest technical problem. It's scalability. It's how these networks can keep from getting clogged up. How, when they have more transactions, can they continue to work? And guess what? Number 1, Tron's already crushing Ethereum in transactions and proving that it can do it. Some people say, oh, well, those transactions are just like from TronBet. They're just from like a little online gambling casino where people are just, you know, betting on high-low numbers, and they're doing it so much that it's jacking the transactions up. Okay, that's fine. But guess what clogged up Ethereum? Freaking CryptoKitties. How stupid was that? And they couldn't even handle that. So Tron is already showing it has the ability to scale. BitTorrent's already done it. BitTorrent is the godfather of sharding. Sharding is breaking down files or media into small pieces and sending them out in a decentralized way. And then once the receiver gets them, forming them all back together. And that's what Ethereum is trying to do. That's what Ethereum 3.0 or whatever they want to call it is. Casper. It's going to be sharding. And then I can't remember the other thing. What's the other thing? I can't remember. It has really escaped me. It's a pretty common thing. But anyways, the whole thing is Tron has already done it. They're already doing it. So I think Tron is going to be able to scale. I'm not going to say they're going to pass Ethereum, but I definitely believe they're going to pass EOS. I believe they're going to pass Bitcoin Cash. They're going to pass Bitcoin SV. Litecoin, Stellar, XRP, Ethereum. Okay, those are going to be hard to get past. I agree with that. But I don't know. That's my thoughts on it. I think Tron is going to do really well. I think that Tron has, I've said it many times and I'll say it again. Tron is not a safe bet. Tron has some things about it that make it a little more risky than other projects, in my opinion. A lot of having to do with the goals they have are so big, right? But Tron has the highest upside and highest potential out of anything in the top 100, in my opinion. So that's my thoughts on Tron. I know some people don't like it, and that's okay. I didn't like it for a long time, and I've made a lot of fun of it. So let's go back to the substratum stuff. What's up, Toga? Good to see you. I watch you while I'm on the crapper all the time. Dude, that's really good. Oh, you want my Tron price prediction? I'll give you my Tron price prediction. I believe in 5 to 7 years, Tron will be at $10. That's a freaking 1000x. I'm not going to say, I can't speculate short term. I have no idea. I would think that on the next bull run, Tron would have the chance to get somewhere between 60 cents and $1. That's on the next run. Some people are saying $2. If Tron goes $2, I've already pledged, I will buy everyone on crypto Twitter a hot dog. That's a guarantee. If you want a hamburger, I can do that, but it can't be Five Guys because they're like $12. So, okay, let's talk on the crapper right now. Okay, let's talk about Substratum. Substratum, I have a buddy of mine, BitSquad member, not going to say his name, but he's a BitSquad member, and his good friend actually helped launch the ICO Substratum. Made a ton of money in it, and then lost all the money because of the price. And the price has just totally dropped off the face of the planet, and it continues to go down. And there's been a lot of people talking about Substratum lately. There was a video where the Substratum team themselves, this is not FUD, this is not a rumor. I literally watched the video where the Substratum team says that they are going to try to day trade their Ethereum to increase their position so they'll have more money. That's insane. Like, listen, if they want to do that, that's on them. They have the ability to do that and nobody will really know. If they think that's a smart idea, that's on them. However, I would not tell my community that. And I'm not saying I would be dishonest about it if I were them. Probably wouldn't do it in the first place. But that does not sound good for your project. That does not make it look good. When you're talking about having to day trade your ETH in order to increase your position because you're losing money hand over fist, that's not what your community wants to hear, you know? So, and I know several people that just say that right now, and I'm talking about serious traders, they're saying right now, if you can't short or long, if you can't margin trade and you're in the United States, then right now is not a good time to trade. If you watch our interview with Trader Cobb, he said he makes 5 to 10 trades a month, and that's pretty much what he does as a full-time job. So, I don't know, just something to look at with Substratum. It's definitely a terrible idea in my opinion. So, okay, let's see. Let me get up here. We got 60 people. Congratulations for you guys joining. Wait, congratulations to me because I have you on here is what I meant to say. Okay, Cardano. I like Cardano. Cardano 2020, 2021. It's going to be real big. DigiByte has had scaling beat for years. DigiByte's okay. I like DigiByte pretty good. It's not my favorite. I think until DigiByte is able to get on Binance or be on a reputable, huge exchange, it's going to struggle to increase the price. That's my opinion on it. It has nothing to do with the tech. I've talked to you guys a lot. The price has virtually nothing to do with the state of the project right now. In the future, I think that will change. Just a quick question. I got to go to my job, but is right now a good time to buy crypto, or do you think it'll drop soon? If you are holding a gun to my head, which please don't do that because I have a family, but if you are holding a gun to my head, I would probably tell you, and this is not financial advice, I'm not a financial advisor, I believe we will go back down again. I don't want to believe it. I promise. I've been as bullish as anybody, and it's burned me a lot, you know, because I just feel like everything's so positive. The news is so positive, but there's something inside of me that just says like 2,500 is the number, and I hope that I'm wrong. I've already got enough position to where, and I'm not rich, guys. Don't misread that. I just have enough position right now to where if we go through a bull run, I'm going to be pretty happy with what I got. So I'm not like really panicking about whether to buy right now or not. But if it does drop somewhere in the twos, I will be really tempted to get some more of, you know, whatever. I would like to, sharding. Is that charting or sharding as you speak? You know, I would like to add more. Obviously, I'd like to get some more Tron. Then I could get everybody a hot dog and a hamburger. So, yeah, I think it probably will drop. But here's the thing, guys. If we're talking about the difference between 6,000 and 3,000, like if someone told you to buy it at 6,000 and then it drops down to 3,000, you'd have been much better to wait till 3, because if it goes up to 100,000, just like my friend John Constantine said, you know, that's the difference between $100,000 and $200,000 and how much you're able to get. However, if we're talking about the difference between 3,200 and 2,500, now we're talking about differences that you may miss out because you're trying to wait for the bottom. So I don't think buying right now is, I mean, we just went up like a lot. I would wait for some kind of correction, but I don't think right now is a bad time. I didn't think last week was a bad time, and next week probably won't be a bad time either. You know, once we get back over 6,000 and you missed out on these sub 6,000 numbers, that's when you're going to be kicking yourself for not getting back in. So, let's see. Okay, sharding as you speak. Y'all are insane. No prediction. It's impossible. Not a crystal ball available. Yeah, and Sean, I'm with you on that. That's why you guys don't see me making actual predictions. If you watch my video where I talked about the $10 Tron, I know I said I don't make predictions. That wasn't a prediction video. All I did in that video was I tried to show you guys mathematically how it actually is possible. Because some people, they give these, you know, like, I'm trying to think of something, $100 Tron. Like, there's no way. There's no way there will ever be a $100 Tron. There's just no way. So anyone that says that is insane. $589 Ripple. Unless it's the world's currency, which even then, I could never see it getting that high. Like, I think that's asinine to make something that big. And even a $10 Tron, the first time I said it, I said, there's no way Tron could ever get to $10. It's like, absolutely not. And so then I sat there and I said, well, what would it have to be to get to $10? And then I started looking at it and I was like, oh, it's actually maybe possible for it to get to $10. So that's why I talked about that in that video. I usually don't talk about predictions because I might try to show you mathematically whether something is likely to be able to achieve something or not. But, you know, who knows? I certainly didn't think we'd be at 3,500 right now. None of you guys did either. So only Charlie Lee did. Chili cheese. I got you on that chili cheese dog, no doubt. I bought like 12,000 Tron. How could I not at a penny a pop? I agree with at a penny. Come on, guys. Okay, I am adjusting my stop loss. It is a bear trap. I am still getting my gains. If it's not, I can finally buy my Honda. I actually saw a Lambo today in the parking lot of my gym, it's a very small gym, so it's pretty strange. Okay, what's up, BitSquad? Armando, good to see you. Whataburger's okay. It's not the worst. What was the horrible idea to buy right now? What was the horrible idea, Armando? I'm a little behind on the chat here. I'm trying to catch up. You guys know I like to read everything. Yeah, you guys hit the like buttons. And if you're on your phone, you actually have to unclick. Maybe you guys don't know this. To like the live stream on your phone, it takes an extra step. You got to click off of the live stream, of the live chat, and then click the like button and then go back. So hopefully you guys know how to do that from now on. 71, this is our all-time record. You know what I've noticed is very interesting? You guys really prefer, the public generally prefers, they prefer for my BitSquad live streams where it's just me. even more than when we have big guests on. So, but I enjoy these too. These are my favorite ones. So, horrible idea, crazy. I don't know. Oh, you guys were talking about the trading substratum. Yeah. Gambling there, development, fiat, bad idea, exactly. On the last bull run, when it was just a token and nothing but hype, it got to 26. It got to 30 cents. I'm pretty sure. I think it got to 31 cents. Yeah, I think $1. I certainly am hoping for $2. That would be, if it went to $2, I'll tell you, I will still make videos, but I probably won't need, I won't need an income at that point. So crossing my fingers for that one. I'm not all in on Tron, but it is my biggest bag. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I hold more Tron than I hold Bitcoin because I am a gambler, guys. I like to gamble, right? I'm a poker player. I play a lot of poker. Going to play tomorrow night. Gosh, I got rivered so bad the last time. Oh, I don't even want to talk about it. But, you know, I'm a bit of a gambler. I like to risk, okay? You guys, when you're watching my channel, understand that about me. I like to gamble. And I'm not telling you to do it. I'm telling you what I do. So, for me, when I say Tron's got the most potential, but yet it's not a safe pick, I love that. So, we'll see. We'll see where it goes. Let's see here. We could go back up to 5,800. Craig Neve here says, Craig, what's up, bud? Good to see you. We could go back up to 5,800 before it major crash back to 2,000. That seems to be a sentiment that is very common, that a lot of people are believing is going to happen right now. And if you listen to what I'm saying about the timing of the ETF, imagine this scenario, okay? We move back up to around 4,500. Let's say we get back to 4,500. I feel a lot better than where we're at right now. We move up to 4,500. BACT comes out in January. We get a boost from that, January 24th. We move back up to the 5s. We start moving up. By the end of February, we're at 56, 57, 58. Maybe even we get right back to 6. Maybe we get to 7. And then we get the ETF denial and we crash back down. I think that is a pretty likely scenario. So I will tell you this. If we're going back up, it will be very tempting not to put crypto in stable coins around the middle of February. So, you know, just because the last date for the ETF is on February 27th, but then once again, it's a gamble, right? Because what if it gets approved? And that's why I don't do stable coins. That's why I just let my money sit there. If I'm going to pull profits out, I'm going to pull them out. But I'm not going to do stable coins because it always bites me. Because what I would do is I would put all my money in stable coins in the middle of February, and then the ETF would get approved, and it would go from like 6 to 8 to 9,000. I'm just throwing numbers out there in a day, and I miss out on that. So, you know, that's why for me, I just don't use stable coins. So, and look, if I had good luck with them, then I would do it, but I don't. Let's see. They're just shaking the leaves. Dollar cost average, I agree with that. Definitely dollar cost average is a good thing to do. Okay, where did I miss it? Okay, where am I at? You guys see where I'm at. Let's see. Adjust your stop loss. 3333, not bad. Jack, what's up? James, what did you retract there, bud? A $5 ADA? I think a $5 to $10 ADA is definitely possible. Probably not on the next run. I mean, it got up to, what, $1.30 last time, so I could see it getting around $3 on the next run. You guys got to just remember, that we're in market cycles. And so when we're talking about a $10 Cardano, it's not going to get to $10 on this next run. That means it's going to get up there. It's going to get $4, $5, $3, $4, $5, and then it's going to crash back down probably to, you know, $1, whatever it might be, before finally making that, you know, final push. So I think Cardano to get to $5 is probably 2 cycles away. To get to 10 is probably 3, maybe 2. I don't know. If I'll tell you guys this, if not Tom Lee, what's Charlie Lee's brother? Bobby Lee, if he's right about his $333,000 prediction that the beginning of 2021, we will be around $333,000, almost anything's possible. So, and that's for Bitcoin, of course. Let's see. Doesn't like this. I liked it right off the bat. Thank you, Sean. I appreciate that. Appreciate that, Jasper. Thoughts on IGG? I'm not familiar what that is. Scroll Network on Tron. I actually don't know about that. I'll check that out. IGG. Is that a Tron token? Those are getting a little more popular. I think I'm going to do a video on Tron tokens this week. Hate losing on the river. So listen, guys. You know, I got my buddy I always call and tell my bad beat stories. And, of course, we make fun of people for telling bad beat stories. Because, I don't know, have you guys ever been to a big poker tournament? If you've ever been to a big poker tournament like the WSOP, or even one of the circuit events, or, you know, World Poker Tour, Seminole Hard Rock, their big Southern poker tournament, is so funny. Like, as soon as you get up from the poker table and walk around, there's people everywhere, and every single person is telling a bad beat story to somebody. It's so annoying. I hate it so much. And yet, what happens as soon as I bust out? I find my friend, I tell him my bad beat story. So I thought it'd be funny to have like a video where I just like, I walk around a poker tournament, like the conference area where it is, and I just walk around telling bad beat stories to myself, and people would just be staring at me like I was crazy. I thought it would be pretty funny. So, but last week I got rivered so bad. I was on a flush draw. It was only king high. It wasn't the nut flush draw, but I knew this guy didn't have a flush draw, and he bet, and I thought he put me all in. So I put my chips out there, but it wasn't enough to go all in. And anyways, I definitely thought he had me covered with the stack he put out, but he didn't. And I was ready to go all in on my flush draw against him because I knew he had a pair of jacks. That's what he had. I knew it. And then the turn card hit, which we were both already committed, like I was going all in. And the turn card hit, and it was a king. And I was like, oh, great. Now I have top pair, and I have the flush draw. I definitely have him dead to rights. And there was somebody else with a pretty small stack that was all in. And so we all flipped over, and sure enough, I was way ahead. I had the flush draw. I had top pair. The other girl just had a queen high flush draw, so she was already dead in the hand. And the river came a freaking jack, not a spade. He hit three jacks on the freaking river. It made me so mad. But anyways, I just did that thing where I tell you my bad beat story. Okay, that's because when you have a guest on your channel, especially with interview, there's room for interaction. If you had a guest and it was AMA style, then boom. That's a good point. I might do that soon. Might do that with some of my tuber buddies. I do like the interaction. The interaction's good. So no risk, no gain in life. So you're saying put all my money in the spank chain? No, I'm not saying that. If Tron goes to $2, I'll get you a burger, dog, and a bag of chips. If Tron goes to $2, we're having BitSquad meetups all over the country. I'm going to come see all of you guys, and I will bring your hot dogs. And I'm not talking to Costco. I'm talking about, like, I'm going to have you a freaking fire, like, foot-long coney or something, you know? Check out One Ledger and thank me later. Is that spam or is that a real thing? I don't know. Scenario sounds right. What do you think about Backed? I think Backed is good. I think Backed is going to do a lot of positive stuff. So we talked about this last week with Trader Cobb. The difference between the CBOE and the CME futures that have really hurt the markets and Backed and their Bitcoin futures is with the CME and the CBOE, they're actually settled with US dollars. So you don't actually have to have any stake in the game with Bitcoins in order to trade those. However, with the Bitcoin futures that are settled with Bitcoin coming from Backed, they do have to be settled in Bitcoin. So what that means is all the people that are gambling on those futures to settle those, they have to buy Bitcoin. So that's definitely a good thing. I hope that it's going to be, I see you there, Jason. What's up, bud? I hope it's going to be something that is positive. I think it will be. The thing I'm most excited about Backed, though, is I'm not that excited about the futures. I cannot wait to go buy a freaking vanilla cream frappuccino, a vanilla bean frap at Starbucks with Bitcoin. That's going to be awesome. I can't wait to do that. That's going to be sweet. So, and I tell you what I'm going to do. I would love to interview people at Starbucks after this is going and seeing how many people will do that. So, oh, James retracted a typo. What's up, Brad? Good to see you. If ADA goes to $5, I will buy the moon and Mars. Tron token. Okay, I'm going to look into that. Bitcoin down almost 9% means it'll go up 30x by next year. I mean, I think that sounds realistic. If ADA goes to $5, I'm retiring. Guys, you got to remember how early we are. We're so early, guys. It did not seem like this last year. Last year, and if you guys listen to my the Coin Boys podcast, and if you're not listening to my podcast, Beards and Bitcoins, please do that. But if you guys follow the Coin Boys, which were the people I connected with at the very beginning when I got into crypto influencing or content creating, whatever you want to call it. I was on their 1-year anniversary podcast. We recorded it yesterday. It'll be coming out on Wednesday or Thursday. And I talked about this. last year when the prices were going crazy, you really thought that we were too late. That if you didn't have huge bags, you had missed out. And now the train has come back to us. And now you guys see when we're talking about these prices of these projects going up, Cardano from where it is now a couple cents going up to, $5, guys, we are going to be set. As long as you don't panic sell, we are going to be set in the future. Everybody who's watching this channel right now who has any amount of money to put into crypto or already has put into crypto, we are going to be set down the road. So solo live streams are way better. Thank you for that. I think, I don't know if you remember, I hit you up on your channel first when I was getting going. We chatted. I was going to try to help your channel. I have MS and had a spell of bad health. Thank you. I appreciate that, Sean. Yeah, I remember chatting with you a little bit. Thank you, bud. Even though I don't drink. Yeah, right. What's up, Stin? Stindehan? How do you pronounce your name, bro? I don't even know. Stygian? I've always wanted to know how to pronounce it. You're a good friend, man. He started our previous BitSquad Telegram group, but I had to change it a little bit. So, the house always wins in the poker game. That's not really true. I mean, poker is a game where you're playing other people, and if you know the right people to take advantage of, you can definitely win and come out ahead. So, the house does win, but, I mean, there are people that are professional poker players for a reason. It's just like trading. Poker and crypto trading are very, very similar. Nobody ever speaks of Car Vertical. They have a working product selling car reports in 3 countries so far with token burn. Have you looked at it? I have not, but a lot of people have been talking about it. It's something I may look into. I've heard I heard people saying it was a scam. I don't know. Is it a scam? I don't know. I'm going to have to look into it. Listen, I can tell you. Yeah, they're going to be some primo hot dogs. If Tron goes to $2, I will definitely be taking a trip to the Netherlands to bring hot dogs. BitSquad in Dubai. That would be freaking sick. What's your predictions for XRP here in a few years? I can't really predict on XRP, to be honest with you. I mean, if you were to hold a gun to my head and say, where do I think XRP will be at by the end of the next bull run, I would probably say somewhere between $12 to $15, I think. But that's just a guess. That's me guessing off the previous high that was around $3, and the fact that it's very resilient compared to some of the other cryptos. So, how many ads have you blocked on Brave? So I got a new computer, and guys, I know I'm a failure, but I have not installed Brave on my new computer. I don't know if you guys have noticed my videos. It's been on Chrome. I will do it this week. Put Brave on. So, it's on my old computer, so I can't tell, but it was a lot because I used it all the time. Who else? Starbucks, MasterCard, IBM. Well, I mean, that's the big partnership. Is Starbucks and Microsoft are the two where you'll be able to spend money at. So, did any of you guys watch Crypto Zombies video from yesterday about the market manipulation in the digital currency group? That was very interesting. If you guys didn't watch that, I encourage you guys to go watch that one. XBT, Stellar, Ripple, Monero are the ones that are going to take over. I don't know what that means, but those are good projects. Well, Monero and Stellar, and I guess Ripple is too, to some extent, even if it's centralized. Don't know anything about energy. Cardano, $15. That would be really crazy. Does it count if I put my Twitter username and BNB and like? No, it doesn't. You have to come back. I'm really sorry. You have to come back and do it after the video posts. So just set an alarm clock on your phone. An hour after the live stream is over, just come back to the channel and put it in. It's just a way for me to keep it fair. I know it's kind of annoying, but, Sean says Texas Hold'em. What is One Ledger? I hope I'm not getting tricked into spam right now. Let's check it out. What is One Ledger? A universal blockchain enabling through business modularization. White paper, meet our team. Bob Binns. Old Bob Binns. I have no idea who he is, but I like his name. Yeah, I'd have to look more into it. Partners, Polymath, okay. CoinX. Quark Chain. Those are only ones P Chain. Those are ones I've heard of. Where are they at on their roadmap? Quarter 3, quarter 4. Why do you like this so much? I just want to know. I mean, it sounds similar to like something like Cardano, I think. Or not Cardano. Ontology, it's an enterprise blockchain solution. Business modules. I don't know. I have to check it out. Let's see. Okay. Where are we? Hello again. Whenever I say your name, all that comes to mind is BitBoy. BitBoy, what you're going to do now? What you're going to do now that his squad is coming for you. Cryptogora, he's our winner of one of our contests we did the other day, which is cool. I'm not going to predict on DigiByte. I think DigiByte's in a bad spot as long as Binance is keeping it off there. That's my personal opinion. Stij. Oh, I have to look that up. Stin. Yeah, send me a voice message in the chat. Neo, yeah, I don't like Neo. I'm going to give away some Neo here in a couple days for the contest, but I just think Ontology is going to pass Neo, and there just hasn't been a lot of excitement coming out from that side of the world. So, what's up, Steven? Good to see you. XMR has us parents on privacy. Yeah, love XMR and what it's doing with privacy. Crypto Zombies episode was awesome, but kind of sad, too, that the space seems kind of centralized. Yeah, that's what I was talking about too. I mean, here's the thing, guys, and this is the thing that I really hate talking about when it comes to cryptocurrency. Why? Because I want to believe in a revolution. I want to believe in a decentralized world where we have say-so, where we can exchange value between each other, and we can cut out middlemen, right? However, cryptocurrency is a community, right? We're a big community. That includes the people that watch videos, the people that create content, the developers, the CEOs of the crypto projects, the traders. We're in this giant community, right? That it starts out decentralized. Bitcoin is decentralized. It's private. It's anonymous, all this stuff. But over time, just like any other society that we've seen, it may start out good, but it gets corrupted as time goes on. Because I believe that by nature, people are bad. I'm sorry, that's what I believe, right? I believe that by nature, people are bad, and we have to show restraint not to do the things that we want to do, right? Like, I mean, I don't know if you think about a monogamous relationship, right? Especially as a man, like, right? Everybody, they see hot girls everywhere, or whatever it might be, like, but you have chosen to be monogamous. So you may see a girl, you may be out somewhere, your wife may not be around, and she may hit on you, she may give you her phone number, or whatever the case might be, and you have to have that choice to either show the restraint or not. Like, because your natural inclination is to do something bad. And bad is a relative word, but I think you guys understand what I mean. So we see that with cryptocurrency, where we were given the Garden of Eden almost with cryptocurrency. But over time, it is becoming corrupted. And that's why, like, I really hope the ETF doesn't get approved. I hope that somehow we can push the institutional control away from crypto, but I don't have a lot of hopes that those things are going to happen, that we're going to be able to do that. And so I think what we're going to see is you know, pockets, sects, S-E-C-T-S, sects, not S-E-X, but there's no other good way to say it, sects, pop up of people that are going to try to come up with more decentralized alternatives and things like that. So it was a pretty sad video to watch. I want to know where he got that information from, how he got onto that. I don't know if somebody tipped him off to it or whatever, but it was a great video. I like Zombie. I think he's a good guy. He's definitely a nice dude. I like working with him and stuff like that. So, but that's definitely you know, my thoughts on that video and the centralization of crypto and things like that. So, I'm not sure if it was Brave browser, still use it, but something has been bogging down my beast computer. You know, one thing that kills my computer are my freaking iMessages. I have to delete those all the time. I already said what I think about Neo. I think, yeah, I'm definitely more interested in Ontology than Neo. Agree with that 100%. Theta Project, are you talking about Theta Token? Some people like it. Oh, thanks Davo. He found me through Crypto Zombie, so that's cool. I don't know that much about Theta Token. They were on the Coin Boys podcast today. So what do you think about Populous? Is a $2 trillion industry? I think Populous is kind of stalled out. I did a review on it a while ago. I like what they're doing with the invoices and things, but I heard that they were kind of like, fraudulently is not the right word, so I'm not going to use that word. But basically, they were trading the same invoice back and forth a bunch of times to make it seem like it was getting more traction than it was. That was the last I heard. That was a couple months ago. So I'm not sure. And if you know anything about the founder of Populous, you know he does have a sketchy history. I'm not saying he's sketchy now. I have a very sketchy history myself personally. And what I mean by that is a lot of you guys know, like, I was on drugs for many, many years. I was arrested 5 times for just different little petty things and stuff like that. Then I went to rehab about 12 years ago. I've been sober now for 12 years. No drugs, no alcohol, no tobacco, none of it. And, you know, married and family now. So, you know, that was 12 years ago and longer from the time I was about 17 to 24. So I had a sketchy past. Like, if you guys really want to dig through, you can probably find my mugshot somewhere, which is fine. Like, I'm not proud of that part of my life, but I'm proud of where I am now. And so just because somebody has a sketchy past, like, that does not mean that they are a bad person, and that does not mean that they can't change. However, his sketchy past involves, like, some financial stuff, and this is a crypto project, so, you know, just proceed with caution, I guess, would be the best thing to say there. And I'm not judging the guy. I don't know him personally, so I forgot his name. Jason something, I think. Maybe, though. Maybe not, though. Or, no, it's not Jason. I wish I could pull it out of my brain right now. You guys would be impressed. Do you think solar power would be a good way to power mining instead of traditional power sources? That is a question, Jason, that I've been wondering myself, actually. And I do have a friend that is mining with it, so maybe I'll check with him and find out. What do you think about Elastos? I do like Elastos. I think it's going to do pretty well. I think it's going to do very well in the enterprise side. I don't think it's going to be in our homes individually. It doesn't really make sense to use Facebook with Elastos because you have to have so many different connections. And, you know, I did an update on it a couple months ago, if you guys saw that. Revolution still got to deal with Neo. Ontology is Neo's management team. Yeah, exactly. So if you had two, I've said this a couple times, I'll say it again. If you had 2 racehorses and both of them were probably good enough for the Kentucky Derby, but you only had 1 team to train them, like you had the best professionals ever, would you split your time and try to train 2 horses at the same time? Or would you put all your best resources and best focus into that one racehorse that you knew had the most potential and try to get it the furthest? And that's kind of what I think we're seeing with Neo and Ontology. I follow you everywhere I can, but I don't want to win anything for it. I'd rather the giveaways go to someone in a country where they need it more than I do, but it's awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. That's cool. Okay, you're right. We're all corrupt by nature. Spoken like a true believer in Christ. Kudos. He has spoken he has some great followers. Yeah, I do. BitSquad's awesome. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. And if you guys followed that thing that happened on Twitter, I'm not going to get into it too much, but if you guys saw that thing that happened on Twitter where people were like saying stuff about me that wasn't true and all this, and I really just stayed out of it completely and just let people say what they're going to say. I had so many people that came in and defended me, and I really appreciated that. And it all turned out fine in the end. The person apologized. I own my side of the street and stuff like that. But big shout out to the BitSquad for standing up for me and, everybody that was there to help me. You guys know I'm not trying to scam anybody. I'm not trying to hurt anybody. You guys know that. I think you're wrong. Neil the Tech is there. They'll be fine the next bull run. I don't even know what we're talking about. Oh, Neo. Yeah, I mean, and I don't know how much I don't know how big I am on the tech of Neo. Something that really scared me about Neo is on their website, it says, hey, this cannot fork. Neo cannot fork. It's unforkable. That's one of the reasons why you should like it. And then it forked. So the fact that they didn't even really understand their own technology and that it was capable of doing that, that concerned me a little bit. So why does everyone ignore DigiByte? It looks better than paper. You want to know why people ignore DigiByte? I think, honestly, I think that people ignore DigiByte because of the community. I know that sounds crazy, but it's one of those projects where, and I'm not saying it's a bad community, it's a good community that want to push it all the time. But when you have a community that's so vocal about their project and they're always trying to play the victim, and I'm not saying you're doing that right now. I'm just saying DigiByte wants to play the victim due to what happened between CZ from Binance and Jared Tate from DigiByte. And I agree, it was a bad thing. And I think that Binance was 100% wrong on it. I agree with that. But they're always trying to kind of play the victim there and things like that. And I just think that hurts them. I think it makes people not take DigiByte as seriously. I think if DigiByte is as good as the community thinks it is, then just kind of let it speak for itself and let the tech develop. And eventually, if it's better than Bitcoin, then it may not ever pass Bitcoin because Bitcoin has first mover's advantage, but it may go high up the rank. So I think if you're a DigiByte fan it gets talked about enough, in my opinion. I've done a review on it. I've done an update on it. We talked about it on the channel. If there's big news on it, I talk about it, right? But it's not a top 10 project, right? It's not going to get talked about as much as Stellar is. It's not going to get talked about as much as Tron is. Where's it at? Like around number 30, 32, 33, 34? Well, instead of just making up random numbers, let's look. Let's check it out. 30. It's 39 right now, you know? It's 39. So since it's 39, like, how much do you guys hear people talk about Verge? When's the last time you heard anybody talk about Verge? What about Icon, BitShares, Bitcoin, Nano? Zilliqa gets talked about a little bit because there's a lot of big money behind it. Bitcoin Diamond, Lisk, Decred, Paxos, once you get to 32 and up, I mean, the 0x, Ontology, they get talked about a lot. But to me, DigiByte has got to move up more if it wants more coverage. So that's my opinion on DigiByte. I like it. It's got a good community. I don't want you to hear me wrong on that. But I think that is why it does not get taken as seriously. So that's my opinion on that. Let's see. Do you hold any Lisk? I do not hold Lisk. China likes it. I know that. Go BitBoy. The world is growing with BU movements everywhere. Yeah, thanks. Go me. I love it. What are your thoughts on Aeon? Aeon, OneChain, and Icon, the interoperability alliance, if you will, they've all been very disappointing, even though they seem to have been making progress. So that's a little troubling when you feel like something's making progress in what they're trying to achieve with interoperability and they're not, getting any, any money coming into it. So I don't know that much about the inner workings of Aeon and Icon. I do know a good bit about OneChain. And they're all kind of trying to do the same thing, attack it from different problems. And in my opinion, OneChain's actually made the most progress, and it's been hurt the most out of all three of those. So thank you, Davo. I appreciate that. Do I use the Monarch wallet? Right now, I'm using the Monarch wallet for... Oh, that reminds me. Their ICO is ending soon. I invested in that. I want to get my tokens. It should be up at the end of this month. But I use Monarch right now for a portfolio. I'm not using it for the wallet side right now. And the reason being is because I have all of my crypto on cold storage, right? I got very scared when I did that phone security video. And so all of my crypto is on phone storage. Nothing to do with any of my wallets has ever touched anything digital. And so I feel pretty safe about the way I have it stored now. So, I do have a little bit on Celsius. If you check that out, it's like an interest earning platform. Lending platform gets such a bad rap because of BitConnect. It's nothing like BitConnect. But, I use Celsius a little bit. But, that's not really that much. Majority of my crypto is very, very, very safe. Unless somebody comes and murders me, then I'll be in a bad spot. Metamorph almost up 30%. I don't know much about it. It's a micro cap, though. Nice. Thank you, The Future is Tron. Appreciate that. Paul said, love Stellar Lumens technology. Think it's a good investment based on their horrible tokenomics. Stellar's fairly centralized as well, just like XRP is, but I think they're, they get more love from a wider variety of people in the community. I think anything Jed McCaleb is behind is going to be successful. So, and I think probably if Ripple is ultimately successful, which, I mean, you could say it is successful now, but if it is, it probably is because it also was founded by Jed McCaleb. So, IOTA, what do you think? I do not like IOTA, guys. I've turned on IOTA over the last several months. I believe IOTA is too complicated. They're using what's called the Tangle. It's not a blockchain. I think it's a little too pie in the sky. Their dream is for how it's going to work. That's why they had problems with their wallet and things like that. So I do not own any IOTA. Basically, if it's a good project, I have investments in it. If it's something that I don't like, then I don't have an investment in it. And IOTA is one that I have stayed away from. Now, there are a few that I think are decent projects that I have not invested in, but like DigiByte. DigiByte. If you get on Binance, I will buy some. How can open source code not be forked? I agree with that. It's crazy. I can't believe how they couldn't see that. I have to eat dinner before my significant other gets upset. Thanks, Sean, for joining us. What do you think of Skycoin? I'm not a huge fan. Too much drama. I don't know if you remember this Skycoin founder got beat up by his own team. That's a long story. John McAfee is involved. I personally like John McAfee for some reasons, but I do know he's really out there. Things we're talking about, DigiByte. XLM versus XRP. Highest potential, probably XRP, between XRP and XLM. But I'm not a fan of XRP. I don't invest in it. I have invested in XLM. Oh, it's Dr. Ed. What's up? Dr. Ed, are you still here? Are you still in this chat right now? Dr. Ed, I emailed you. Did you get my email? I emailed you a couple weeks ago. I was very interested in what we talked about at that conference. Pat has a tattoo of it. John McAfee has a tattoo of it for sure. What about projects that have a low total supply and were just added CoinMarketCap, like CrowdWiz and Noir? Like 11 million, 18 million total supply. I mean, I don't really know that much about those individually. I mean, here's the thing about the microcap coins. The best time to invest in that is when we finally start moving up, in my opinion. I'm not investing in anything microcap right now. So, PDX, what's up, buddy? Good to see you there, bud. Good to see you. If there's any coin you love the most, which one is it? Basic Attention Token. I love Basic Attention Token the most. I love Tron. I'm the most invested in Tron. Basic Attention Token is my second biggest altcoin bag. But I like Basic Attention Token and what they're doing. I like the Brave browser. That's my favorite one. So, what do you think about Polymath in 2019? I think there is a huge... Oh, awesome, Dr. Ed. Well, keep me updated. Keep me in the loop. Send me an email, bud. It was really great to meet you. I always like when I get to meet people from the community here, or even people that just stop by and then meet them in real life. That's awesome. So, I got through the first people I knew. Awesome. Okay, sweet. Very interested in that. Okay, what do you think about Polymath in 2019? There is this prevailing thought. We're really getting to the end, so I'm going to have to fly through these comments, and then we'll wrap it up. But there's this prevailing thought that security tokens are going to be absolutely huge in 2019. I don't agree with that. I think if they are going to get big, it will be closer to 2020. And I also think that security tokens are not a slam dunk. China has banned STOs. So, you know, China bans a lot of stuff. But to me, that's pretty big. And if you guys want to go the STO route, I hope you guys know most of those STOs are only open to accredited investors. You're not going to be able to get in on those. The first one God, my dog barked crazy. But the first one of those that I saw, I couldn't even invest in. I can't remember the name of it. It was pretty big a couple weeks ago. But I'm trying to figure out what's going on over here. I got dogs barking. But, okay, let me go through here really fast. Let's see. Most will rise together. My name's Jay Snipe. Is that really you? Sorry, my dogs are going crazy here. Did he show a lending platform? Celsius is not. And first of all, I did not shill it. I said I have some crypto on Celsius. I did not shill it. Okay. I literally just told you what I have. Celsius is not the same as BitConnect. It has Alex Mashinsky behind it. He's very respected. He created VoIP. It does not. Celsius is not the same thing as BitConnect at all. It's not promising you huge returns. You know how much I make per week on it? 85 cents. Okay, that's how much I make. It does not have the same promise that it doesn't have the same promise that BitConnect have, that you're gonna have these huge returns or anything like that. So, I think the interest rate over a year is like 5% or 7%, depending on what it is. So, yeah, please do not. Oh, maybe you weren't even talking about me. Maybe you were talking about Jay Snipe. I don't think that's really Jay Snipe by any stretch of the imagination. McAfee brought more confidence. Agreed. Apollo currency. I'm in and out on it a little bit. It's on my radar. What do you think about Hedra Hashgraph when it is coming out on exchanges? I'm not sure. Yeah, watch the documentary Gringo. I know what he's doing. I know what he's done. I'm not saying I like him on a personal. I kind of like him. I'm sorry. I just can't get around it. I know he's done some crazy stuff, but you know, is he a bad person? Probably, if you get dicey with it. But is he good for crypto? Yeah, I think he's good for crypto. So, anyway, and I'm not saying he's good shilling. It's good the attention that he brings to crypto. He brings attention to the space. He's got more followers than any other person involved in cryptocurrency. So, anyways, guys, that's it. I gotta run. My dogs are going crazy. I gotta check on what's going on there. So that's all I got for today. Thank you everybody much for joining and chatting. It's been a lot of fun. BitBoy out.